Welcome again, dear students. Myself, Dr. Kaleem Ahmed, Assistant Professor, Department of Wildlife Sciences, Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh. Now, in today's lecture, we will continue to discuss the remaining biodiversity hotspots. Let's start from Mediterranean basins. The Mediterranean basin stretches from Cape Verde in the west to Jordan and Turkey in the east. The region contains some of the world's first and greatest civilization, and many of the hotspots in this region reached an equilibrium long ago with human activity dominated the landscapes. However, this delicate balance is in precarious state as many local communities depend on remaining habitats for freshwater, food, and variety of other ecosystem services. The Mediterranean basin is the third richest, I can say, hotspots in the world in terms of plant biodiversity. Around 25,000 plant species recorded in this area. It is also most important areas on earth for endemic plants. There are almost 300 species of mammals in the hotspots and of about 38 of which are terrestrial endemic. The birds of the hotspot consist of 534 species and about 63 of which are endemic. There are about 299 species of terrestrial reptiles, including 5 freshwater species and 4 marine species. The reptile species richness is relatively low, about 109 species, but endemism is relatively high, with almost 50% of all the reptile species are endemic to the hotspot. Another is mountains of Central Asia. These mountains of Central Asia, biodiversity hotspots, consist of two of Asia's major mountain ranges, the Pamir and the Tian Shan. Politically, the hotspots is 860,000 square kilometer. The hotspot has many mountains above 6,500 meters in elevations, as well as major desert basins. The mountains of Central Asia, biodiversity hotspots, harbors significant number of wild crop relatives and around 5,000 species of vascular plants are recorded in this region. There are about 140 mammal species, of which 10 to 20 species are endemic. More than 60 reptile species are found in the hotspot, including 10 to 20 are endemics. Species richness of amphibians in the hotspot is low, only 8 or to 10 species of amphibians have been recorded in this region. Another is Wallace, first described by Alfred Russel Wallace in 1869. The Wallace region sports a surprising amount of biodiversity. More than half of the hotspots mammals, 40% of the birds, and 65% of the amphibians do not occur outside the hotspots, means they are endemic to the region. In addition, the region, along with the neighboring New Guinea, has more marine species than anywhere else on the planet, forming the heart of the Western Pacific area known as the Coral Triangle. Some 30 billion people actually live in valleys, primarily along the coasts. The hotspots also have more than 1680 islands. The local peoples mostly earn their living primarily from farms, forests, wetlands, and the sea. Another is Caucasus. Caucasus biodiversity hotspots include Armenia, Azerbaijan, and Georgia, and it also includes parts of Russia, Iran, and Turkey. Its deserts, savannas, swamp forests, and arid woodlands boast some 6,500 species of vascular plants. I can say a quarter of which are found nowhere else in the world. Several large threatened mammals species, including the endangered Caucasian stork and the endangered Caspian seal, are found here, and about 27% of the hotspots remains as a natural habitat, but only about 12% of the original vegetation is considered pristine. The majority of intact habitats remains in the higher mountain regions, with the lower plains experience the greatest destruction. Another is coastal forest of eastern Africa. This coastal forest of eastern Africa biodiversity hotspots stretch along the eastern edge of Africa and includes parts of Somalia, Kenya, Tanzania. The hotspot forests are home to variety of primate species, including three endemic and highly threatened monkey species and two endemic bush baby species. The Tana River, which actually runs through central Kenya, is home to two critically endangered and endemic primates, the Tana River red colobus and the Tana River mangabe. Vegetation in the hotspot is a complex mix of moist forest and dry forest with coastal thicket, savanna woodlands, seasonal and permanent swamps, and mangroves. Another is East Melanesian Island. This East Melanesian Island includes the island nation of Vanuatu and the Solomon Islands, plus the island region of Papua New Guinea. The hotspot is one of the most geographically complex area on Earth, with a diverse range of islands of varying age and development. Notable endemic species in the hotspots include the majestic Solomon fish eagle and many species of flying fox. Another is Eastern Afromontane. The Eastern Afromontane biodiversity hotspots reach from the top of the four mountains range, including the highest peak in Africa and Arabia. About 1300 bird species are found in these biodiversity hotspots, and 500 mammal species are also recorded, included the iconic critically endangered mountain gorilla. The rich biological diversity in the hotspot is mirrored by the massive ecosystem services it provides, including water for vast areas of Eastern Africa and the Arabian Peninsula. Another is Maputaland-Pondoland-Albany. These biodiversity hotspots, located along the east coast of southern Africa. The hotspot is second richest floristic region in the southern Africa. Some 1,900 endemic plant species are found here, of which 534 are classified as either vulnerable, endangered, critically endangered as per IUCN Red List of Threatened Species. Approximately 18 million people actually live in the portions of three countries that fall within the hotspot boundaries. Birds are the most diverse groups of vertebrate in the hotspot with 631 species, of which 14 are endemic. 200 mammal species found in the hotspot, of which 4 are endemic. More than 200 reptile species are found in the hotspots, and roughly 30 of which are endemic. In total, 72 amphibian species are found in these biodiversity hotspots, all of which are frogs and 11 of which are endemic. Another is mountain of South West China. These biodiversity hotspots of mountains of southwest China actually stretch from southeast Tibet through western Sichuan and extend into central and northern Yunnan. Is most, I can say, botanically rich temperate forest ecosystem in the world. Around 12,000 species of plants grow here, and about 29% of which are found nowhere else in the world. The hotspot is also home to several of the world's best known and threatened mammals, including the vulnerable giant panda and the vulnerable snow leopard. Another is Philippines. The Philippines includes more than 7,100 islands in the westernmost Pacific Ocean and is likely the most biologically diverse country in the world in terms of unique terrestrial and marine plants and animal species. Many endemic species are confined to forest fragments that cover only 7% of original extent of the hotspot. This include more than 6,000 plant species and many bird species such as critically endangered Kibo flowerpecker, the critically endangered Visayas wrinkled hornbill, and the critically endangered Philippine eagle. Amphibian endemism is also very high and boosts unique species like the panther flying fox. Another is Polynesia-Micronesia. This biodiversity hotspots includes all the islands of Micronesia and Polynesia and scattered across the Pacific Ocean. Despite its expensive ocean coverage, the hotspot is one of the world's smallest in terms of land area, about the size of, I can say, Switzerland. The varied ecosystems of the hotspots, which include rainforests, temperate forests, wetlands, and the savannas, are among the most threatened in the world. These biodiversity hotspots, this Micronesia and Polynesia, is characterized by high level of the biodiversity and species endemism. The hotspot is also extremely vulnerability to a wide range of natural disasters. The hotspot has diversity of the cultures and language, traditional practices, and customs that actually focused on the environmental conservation. Another is Sundaland. The Sundaland biodiversity hotspots covers the western half of the Indonesian archipelago, a group of some 17,000 islands, actually stretching 5,000 kilometers. The hotspot is dominated by island of Borneo and Sumatra. Sundaland topography is comprised of high mountain ranges, volcanoes, plains, lakes, swamps, and shallow coastal waters. The hotspot is one of the biological richest region on Earth, holding about 25,000 species of vascular plants, and about 60% of which are actually endemic. Some 380 mammal species are found here, including two species of orangutans, the critically endangered Bornean orangutan and the critically endangered Sumatran orangutan. Other iconic species include endangered Probus monkey, which lives only in the Borneo, and two rhinoceros species, the critically endangered Java rhinoceros and the critically endangered Sumatran rhinoceros. Approximately 770 bird species recorded in Sundaland, nearly 150 of which are endemic to this particular region. Reptile endemism is impressive in Sundaland, and there are about more than 450 species of reptiles recorded in these regions, and roughly 250 of which are endemic to this particular region. The Sundaland hotspot is home to more than 240 species of amphibians, and nearly it has been found that 200 are endemic in this particular regions. That means that these species are found nowhere else in the world. Another is California Floristic province. The California Floristic province is located along North America's Pacific coast. This biodiversity hotspot is a zone of Mediterranean type climate, and is characterized by hot, dry summers and cool, wet winters. And it has been found that nearly 3,500 species of vascular plants are recorded in these biodiversity hotspots, and about more than 61% are found nowhere else in the world. It means they are endemic to this particular region. About 52 plant genera are also found to be endemic in this particular region. 340 bird species are also recorded in this biodiversity hotspots, and it has been found that less than 10% of which are endemic to this particular region. It has also been found that more than 150 native mammal species in the California Floristic province are recorded, and of which 20 mammal species are actually endemic to this particular region. Several large mammals species once actually found in this biodiversity hotspots has been extirpated from California since the arrival of European settlers. These includes the grizzly bear, grey wolf, jaguar, and bison. Ironically, the grizzly bears appears on the state flag of California and has been the state symbol for more than 150 years. The highest level of endemism in the California Floristic province are found among amphibians, with our half of the nearly 50 species found only in these hotspots, means they are endemic to this particular region. In general, we can say the area is notable for its high endemism of salamander species. With this, we end today's lecture, and in the next lecture, we will continue to discuss the remaining biodiversity hotspots. Thank you.